Welcome back, everyone, to the PondCast, your podcast for all things hockey. Today, we're going to be talking about the salary cap, the coronavirus, and how it's going to affect the NHL, and some other smaller topics. But I think for right now, we're going to start with the salary cap. So it's projected to go up between $4 and $6 million. So it's going to be a pretty big boost for a lot of teams. What are you guys' thoughts on this?
Will you fail high school math or something?
Okay, yo, I don't
It
even know
ain't
what the
going up
cap is at
between
right
four
now. I
and
don't know what the
six.
cap is
I
at right
think it's
now.
at
It's
I
at
think it's at 81
81.5.
and a half. Yeah, 81
So
and a
it'd be
half.
going up what, two and a half? Two
Between
and a
two and a
half and
half to like
six.
6.5.
So that's a pretty big boost. It's gonna be a lot of help to a lot of the teams that are like under cap hell right now. Let's see, cap friendly.
Yeah, I really hope it goes up closer to the 88.2 because oh my goodness, the Leafs need it. I think Kyle Dubas planned his whole team around the hope that the cap was going to go up so much last season, and I think a lot of teams did. I think even with Vancouver, like they also thought like praying that the cap was going to go up so much, and then it just didn't. So hopefully it does go up a lot to compensate for the last season, and I think a lot of teams really need it. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I agree. I think a lot of teams could use it, but I kind of don't love how they project it to such a wide range, like $4 million between the highest and lowest. They're saying it could go because, like as you said, last year so many teams prepared for it to be higher than it wasn't, and I have no reason to believe that certain general managers, Jim Benning, might do the exact same thing and sign another Tyler Myers somehow. But I mean, if it goes up, I think that's good for the league. Obviously, a lot of the players who already have deals won't like it because of the escrow, but it's fine for
What
fans.
what I think is interesting is like the timing of this. Like this seems like because I don't think the NHL has kept up with the inflation of obviously the escrow, but even more so like the contracts. I mean, we see Jacob Trouba getting like 8 million a year. Kevin Hayes, how much does he make? Like 7.8. Like this is
7.3, I think.
like that's ridiculous. But this is a good
Yeah.
sign for the league because I mean it's based off their revenue. I assume they're also with Seattle coming in, they're trying to help probably protect their players and give them some financial incentive.
Yeah,
But
for
yeah,
sure. Do you guys think they should? Because I know a big controversy that like people are talking about now is how they released the numbers so late, and they were talking about maybe having like the numbers ready for always 2 seasons in advance, so you always know what the cap's going to be this season and next season to like help GMs prepare better. Do you guys think that's for the better? Like, should they implement that?
Yeah, I think that would be good for the league. Um, Definitely going forward, obviously, you could plan better, but I don't necessarily think it's totally possible. I just think the players would, now that they have so much more power and negotiations like that, I think they're always going to want to argue it.
I think the problem
what's
is too, it's like it's based off of the revenue
yeah,
that the league
exactly.
makes, so it's kind of hard to project how much you think it's actually
Yeah,
gonna
Right.
do.
but maybe they could like modify it slightly because like what happened last season where all these projections saying it was going to go to like 83, it was going to go to 84, then it just goes to 81 and a half. That like even though it doesn't seem like a lot, that 2.5 million less, that's like really significant. Like 2.5 million, that's like a contract for what, like a third liner, a second liner. Like
Mm-hmm.
that could really impact teams and how they plan. So like maybe not 2 seasons in advance, but I feel like they should get to know what the cap will be for the next season minimum. So at least they can plan it a little bit better. Because like Gems right now, they don't even know what the cap's going to be this coming October, and like the draft is coming up. Like
Yeah, no, for sure. The for I don't no other league also like the NHL is on par with like the NBA and the NFL. MLB's a bit different to it. So none of them really do this like far ahead projection. But I also do wonder if the GMs kind of have like a better feel for what it's gonna be. Like I wonder if they kind of like these are the numbers and this is what the NHL is thinking of. I mean, who knows? But
All right, so we're gonna move on over to Mike Bertrand. I actually didn't even hear about this, but apparently he announced that Claude Julien is going to stay with the Canadiens for an extra season. Of course, I think these guys were supposed to be making a pretty big push for the playoffs. I think right now they're not even in a race for the wild card, are they? They're like
No, they're
No,
pretty
they're
far out.
yeah,
They're
so they've been pretty disappointing this season. Of course, there's a few good coaches who are available. So, how do you think this is gonna affect these
Okay.
guys?
Okay, this is the biggest problem with Montreal and like the Canadians in general is that they need to have a French coach, which
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
so stupid. I mean, like there's only so many options, right? Them and who's the other guy, Tyrion? They just flip between these couple of guys every year. It's like, look, they're just not great coaches, so they're not going to be a great team. It's simple as that. So once they get rid of that,
I low-key like understand why that's a thing though, because like it is
Yeah.
a team in Montreal, which like sort of has to represent all of French Canada because it's the only team there. So it kind of makes sense that like they want a coach that can speak English and French, but like that's so true that it limits their options because like if Bergeron wants to go out and get a new coach, that guy has to be able to speak to the French media also, right? So like his options are so limited, and like I don't think Claude Julien, I don't think he's been like the only problem. Like he's not a terrible coach, but obviously a lot of people thought Montreal was going to be much better this year and contend for a spot, and they obviously haven't been doing that at all. So for him to already come out and announce that like yes, Claude Julien will be coming back next season, I don't know, it seems kind of odd. Like it's almost like he's so out of touch with the fan base because clearly they're pretty mad at him and Claude Julien, and he's just gonna come out and say no, Claude Julien's back next season. Like that's just a little bit odd to me. I don't know.
You also got Gerard Gallant, who's available. Beast coach, fired way
Yeah.
too early from Vegas.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, I mean, he was kind of losing the room, and Peter DeBoer hasn't done that bad of a job, but Gerard Gallant's a good coach, and I think he'd be pretty good in Montreal, so
He speaks French, doesn't he?
yeah.
He does.
he
I think he's French.
French.
Pretty sure he is.
You know?
I also wonder if Quebec was a team, I wonder if they'd even have that role in it because obviously like Montreal as a city is more like English than Quebec
Yeah.
City. So, because I mean
Yeah,
half
for
their
sure.
fans are like probably from like outside of Montreal. So
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
How do you
know.
think so? Actually, I saw something on Reddit. Like someone asked, he was like, "So for the Quebec fans, who do you guys cheer for?" And a lot of them said that they cheer for teams that the Canadians hate. So like,
oh
you'd
really
be
like
cheering for
Ottawa?
yeah, because you just want to watch Montreal lose because they used to be rivals, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
a lot of them are
Yeah.
like Boston fans, Leafs
Whoa.
fans. Yeah, I was surprised too. I was like, oh, well, they probably just cheer for Montreal, but like a lot of them were like, no, we hate the Canadians. So
I guess that kind of makes sense then if they used to be rivals with the Nordiques. So
yeah.
like you kind of get it. Do you guys think
And
though
also,
that
sorry, I just wanted to say because if like the Oilers or the Flames lost their team, like Cormac, you probably wouldn't want to cheer for the Oilers, would you?
Dude, that's facts. Yeah, you're right. I wouldn't cheer for the Canucks. I'd cheer for like I don't even know, fucking Arizona.
But about the topic of like Bergevin, do you think since he says he plans to keep Julian, do you think if they miss the playoffs again next year that he's out of a job? Because this will be like 3 years straight, I think, if they miss it next year that Montreal misses, and like Montreal's one of those cities that like as a GM you can't afford to miss that many seasons with your team. So do you think he's out next year if they miss?
I think he probably is. I don't really disagree with him being back for next year, to be honest. I mean, I don't really get what Montreal's going for because I didn't think they were necessarily a playoff contender for this year, and they didn't sell off Petrie or Tatar this year because apparently they want to be competitive for next season.
Yeah.
And I don't think Julian's a terrible choice for that. I mean, he has been a good coach in the past. But, I mean, if they miss again next year, you probably have to choose somebody.
Yeah.
And
That's
he's probably the first to go. But, I mean, a lot of people are upset with Bergevin. So you never know.
That's what I'm thinking. It's like this roster, the Montreal roster. I don't think that's a good enough team to like make the playoffs and be an elite contender. Like,
Yeah.
so if anyone's there to place the blame, I think it's the blame's on Bergevin for this team. Like, And I actually just checked. If they miss next year, that would be 4 straight seasons that they miss the playoffs. So, like, I
He's out
don't
for
think you
sure.
can stay as the GM in Montreal for 4 straight years that you miss the playoffs. Yeah.
In Montreal, you suck in English and in French, so there's so much pressure.
Yeah.
All right, on to brighter things. Mika Zibanejad, 5-goal game, absolute beauty. I picked this guy up in fantasy. I got roasted for it, for saying that this dude was a beast. What is he? He's like the 3rd or 4th player to do that in the salary cap era. It's pretty nuts. First since Patrick Laine. So he's trying to
Hank, I
carry
think
him.
you should take this one.
I
Yeah,
should.
what are your thoughts?
Okay.
We made a bet. Me
Yeah.
and you made a bet that
Did
he-
we?
Yeah, that he would finish higher in fantasy points than like 20 of your guys. I don't know if he's there right now because he got hurt. So
Okay.
you might have a chance still.
At the time, that was a decent bet.
It wasn't because I remember it was like right after his hat trick, and I was like, this dude's a beast, and you were clowning on me.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. I mean, I like Zibanejad. I'm not sad about losing that bet, to be honest.
you think he's elite,
More
right?
sad about losing the pool in general, but no, Zibanejad's sick. He had a great game. Obviously, he's not gonna catch Pasternak or Ovi or I don't even think Matthews, to be honest. But I mean, good for
Yeah.
him. Keep it going, buddy.
Buddy.
Yeah, we're friends.
Yeah, he's definitely not going to catch Pasternak. He's currently 9 goals behind. We're like closing in on the season, and Pasternak's not going to stop scoring. So I think Pasternak is basically a lock for Rocket Richard. Like, I know it's really close between him, Ovi, and Matthews, but they all seem to be scoring at a pretty even pace. So I would probably bet Pasternak's going to get Rocket Richard.
Honestly, I just really hope Matthews doesn't. I hate Matthews. I hate that fucking-
Yeah, I want Matthews to get it so badly.
Bro, him and those big pig nostrils. Like,
No, man, Ovi. I want Ovi to win it again.
Yeah, I want him to win the Richard again.
Dude,
just
no,
for those
I just want him to
records.
win
This is
because
Matthews' time.
I just want him to prove those people at, I think it was the Hockey News magazine, where they had like 8 experts, supposed experts, pick the Rocket Richard, and not a single person picked Ovi.
oh,
Really? Who'd they pick?
Yeah, those.
Pasta and
No, everyone.
Line, bro.
Matthews. Matthews, almost
I
everyone.
mean
think
Matthews is
won.
hella consistent.
No,
He's
yeah,
like
he's
second
good,
in
but-
5v5 goals. So
Dude, Ovi's
that's
won what, like 8 of the last
Yeah, I
7 or
think it's-
something?
It's
Or
not
8,
fair to
7
like
of the last...
disregard him out of the blue.
Yeah, I know. How?
So-
Like, what are you thinking? So I just want him to win because screw those guys.
Right.
Facts.
Well, I mean, we're going to talk about this, but we're already talking about guys who have been having pretty good games, and this guy's played his first game today. Connor Morgan, Geekie, 3 points, NHL debut against the Pittsburgh Penguins. I didn't watch the game, so I don't give a shit about this kid, to be honest. But, I mean, what do you guys think? I didn't even see any of his goals or points, so...
Oh, okay. Someone hasn't been keeping up to date with the PondCast Instagram. 'Cause,
Bro, I don't go on fuck
we
Instagram.
posted some updates on there, so check that out.
I saw it.
But no, yeah, I watched the game even though I hate watching Carolina. It depresses the hell out of me.
Wait,
But,
can we just,
yes.
why?
Dude,
Yeah, let's see why.
Buffalo and Carolina just make me sad. I don't know
Dude,
why.
Okay, I get Buffalo because that team sucks, but like Carolina.
No, but it's not. I don't know. There's just something about Carolina.
Nah, Hank, I'm with you. They have
Yeah, I
like
know, right?
zero star players that are like electric or like.
Well, I mean, Aho's pretty sick, but
Nah, not even close, bro.
bro, come on.
Bro, this guy's name's Aho. He's a hoe. Like, fact.
Okay, but I mean, I don't know. Carolina, they just give off a bad vibe to me. But no, I did watch the game. Geekie he had a great game, not just the points, but he was pretty present throughout the whole thing. So
Wait,
good-
with a
good
last
for
name like
him.
that, what is he? Is he Canadian, American, Swedish?
Yeah, he's
I don't care. He'll probably never be anything. But...
He's from Manitoba. I'm on his elite prospects right now.
He won't be
No,
anything.
he was playing great in Charlotte.
Yeah,
Check.
yeah. 42 points, 55 games. That's pretty solid. 21 years old, 6'3", big boy.
3rd round pick, I think.
Yep.
No, yeah, good for
Now,
him.
This time, like last week, we were talking about how we think Carolina's kind of going to fall out of the playoff spot entirely because of the goalie injuries. And now they've got that first wild card. Do you guys think they're going to hold on to it now?
I think they definitely have a chance. With Columbus they're like iffy without Seth Jones. The Rangers are like, they're 3 points out right now. Carolina also has a game in hand against the Rangers and Columbus, so.
Yeah, like Columbus and Islanders have not been playing well in their last 10. I mean, Carolina hasn't really either, but they have like more of an excuse.
Yeah, and Mrazek's coming back soon. They're missing Pesci for the year, but
honestly, the West actually may be better than the East.
What do you mean in terms of like
just the playoff race? Like these 4 teams. I guess Florida is also kind of pushing. They kind of all suck, man. Like in the West, though,
they've all been playing not well at all in their last 10.
Yeah, I wouldn't really say any of them like deserves it over the others.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
They're like all up and down. It's just
that's weird. What's happening with Leafs in Florida too. It's like who's losing less is gonna get that spot because they're both playing so terribly.
Unlike the Flames, who are just GOAT right now. Just keep on getting those dubs, except for today.
You're third in the Pacific, though.
That was bad. Do you see the goal, though?
Yeah.
That kind of sucked.
Yeah.
Mangiapane's sick.
Live and learn. Mangiapane's a GOAT.
On to a bigger topic, better topic. Best player in Canucks, or best goalie in Canucks history and Panthers history. Luongo got his number retired. I mean, what do you guys think? Do you think it's deserved? I guess I do.
Yes.
I think for sure it's deserved.
I think that's going up in the Canucks. If he had won the cup, I think he's probably getting his jersey retired.
Do you think it's not, or do you think it is for the
I don't
Canucks?
think it will be. I mean, if it's not by now, it's not going to be.
Do you think he's going to get in the Ring of Honor?
Well, he should.
I mean,
greatest goalie in Canucks history.
What the fuck is the Ring of Honor?
It's like the...
it's in the Canucks arena. It's where they keep... Like, Alex Burrows just went up this year. It's basically guys who don't deserve their jersey retired, but you can honor them a couple years.
What the fuck? That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
Hey, man, it's a big deal to Canucks fans. We don't get much.
It's an award if I've ever heard one. Fuck out of here.
All right. Enough about the Canucks, though. Okay, this is about the Panthers. Okay, this is their first jersey retirement.
First jersey they've ever retired. That's pretty cool.
No, this is about the Canucks.
Deserved. Okay, no, but it's not though. Well, to be honest, he never made it to the second round with Florida, did he?
No, but they had a lot worse teams over the years. So, no, Luongo's awesome. Good for him. I don't know why they didn't hang it up when Vancouver was playing them. But...
Henry, you're a firm believer that Game 7 was entirely Luongo's fault, right?
No, I'm not. Every Canucks fan who's ever said that's his fault, man, y'all don't watch hockey or just don't pay attention. If you get shut out, it doesn't matter how many goals you got scored on. If you didn't score a goal, you can't say anything.
He's not wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that.
It's the team in front. They're letting him down.
Who's next for Florida, though, to get their jersey retired? Isn't there a leading scorer?
Yeah, someone just got leading scorer.
Like...
No, it's not. He just got passed.
Oh, by Barco?
Oh, yeah.
Was it Huberdeau?
Oh, yeah. Really? I guess Huberdeau does have a chance.
Huberdeau's got like
Barkov
400 plus points right now, so
he sticks around.
Yeah, he's still pretty young. He's 26, so like I could see if he plays out his career in Florida, I could see him getting it for sure.
Oh,
I think Bobrovsky deserves it. I don't even, dude, like that contract is some dog shit.
It already looks bad, and it's the first year.
Everyone was like 5 games in. They're like, "Oh, guys, we're 5 games in. A month in. It's only a month. Okay, guys, it's only the first year." No. What do you mean?
Something about Russian goals and inconsistency. I swear, like Varlamov is the same way. I guess Vasilevsky kind of, like, I swear, these guys get so inconsistent.
They just need the payday.
Except for the Shesterkin kid.
Yeah, bro,
he's a beast.
Like, he's actually insane. Except for yesterday. Huge L to the Devils. But he was coming back from, like, a rib injury. They didn't trust, like, the other two to, like, I don't know, let this guy rest for a little bit longer.
Bro, their other goalie's sick, too. Like, that other...
Georgiev?
Yeah.
Oh, and the, the good-looking guy who's been there for, 15 years? Lundqvist?
Yeah.
Jesus. Best
Those are
looking dude in the
so bad.
league or what?
Mm,
Best dresser?
He's a man rocket.
Okay, we ain't chicklets. Calm the fuck.
yeah.
Yeah.
Says it. Yeah. Okay, enough of this stalling, bro. We're moving on to a more controversial part. What was this? This was this last night. Trocheck
2 nights ago.
2 nights
high
ago.
stick the goal against the Islanders, and that was pretty controversial. I think that you needed to see a lot of angles though to really determine. But what do you guys think about that?
Okay, so when the Flames made the second round in like 2015, I believe.
Oh my.
So there's a high stick that was so obviously a high stick, like to the point where it's like, this is ridiculous that we don't have a better angle. Same thing. The NHL needs to figure this out. It's gonna happen in like the finals or something. It's gonna be like the next hand pass, and the NHL is gonna be.
I mean, there was already something like that though with the Predators. Remember against the Penguins in 2017?
Oh yeah, that's right. Where
They had
blew
like
the whistle.
2 disallowed goals or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was
One
some
of them-
BS.
yeah. I mean,
Because
it
they blew
didn't
one of them. They blew the whistle too early.
Yeah.
There needs to be like, they need to be better at this kind of stuff. Like what you can review,
Yeah,
what you
for
can't.
sure.
Like I think if you can review something, you should be able to review everything. But then you're just gonna slow down the game even more. So
Yeah, exactly.
even-
No, they need to be like more clear, and like they gotta tell the fans like, yo, this is what's up. Like, I don't give a shit about any of this like player safety video. This is what happened. Like, who gives a damn? Like, just tell me what the rules are and like how you guys are executing. There's zero consistency, like zero. This is worse than the
Hmm.
NFL.
But like talking about this clip specifically, I'm looking at it from a few angles right now. Like, yes, it looks slightly different from angles, but like, I think it's pretty clear that Svechnikov high stick to this. Like, if that's not a high stick, I don't really know what is. Like, come on, like, it just
mean-
looks so clear
You could probably do the basic math, like how tall
how tall he is. Yeah.
get out your
Plus the-
rulers, guys. Get out measuring stick. Let's see.
The thing is, I did this in this Flames game. I forgot who it was. He's still in the league. It's some duster. But
And Henry, you were saying you have some opinions on like when the call is inconclusive, they just go with what the refs originally thought.
Yeah, like I'm all for whatever the refs decide. I like when they just allow it. When like I agree with the refs for based on what they said, but when they go to Toronto and they call in, I think I kind of hate that Toronto doesn't just make a decision and they're just like, oh, we couldn't quite find it, so we'll just go with the call on the ice. I'd rather them just like owning up and saying what it is. Like even if you don't have the evidence to support it, I mean, I think it's pretty universally agreed that Svechnikov high sticked it. I think like, and if the majority of people like they should just have a vote or something. I'm not sure who exactly decides on it, but
the other-
to make a decision.
yeah, no, and the other problem with replay is that like the refs could say like, you know what, this is a close call. I'm gonna just let the play go on and then we can review it. Like that shouldn't be how it's done. That happened this year in like the college football playoffs, for football, and it's just and that's wrong. That's not how this game should be played. That just stalls the game and just makes it so like inconclusive plays become inconclusive. It's the referee's job. So
I totally agree, and you can like clearly see we're going into like this era where like clearly something needs to change soon. Because like you said, what if this happens, like something like this Svechnikov high stick, something like this happens in the finals, and it's like a game-winning goal? That's huge. That's like not going to be forgotten. So
It will probably goaltender interference because
oh goodness,
we haven't had too much this regular season. The playoffs
Yeah,
is gonna pop off. Karma's gonna bite back, man.
Buffalo fans still talking about that stupid.
The kick in.
Man, y'all would have lost anyways. Who cares?
Damn, that was ruthless.
Buffalo. Man.
I mean, they put a team in Buffalo.
Hey, they have good fans. I like Buffalo.
No,
Yeah, those are some diehard fans.
They have some loyal fans. Yeah.
Yeah, no, tortured
Just
fan
stick
base.
through that. Oh my goodness. They have the
Maybe they-
NHL's longest playoff drought, right?
Do you
I
think?
think this year is 11 years.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, that's so rough.
I feel bad,
Yeah,
dude. They
that
deserve
sucks.
playoffs. So does Eichel. Eichel, request a trade, bro. Get out of that
No.
shithole.
This ain't basketball.
Yeah, they made it in 2011, so this will be 9 seasons.
Oh wow,
Oh Jesus.
those were back when they had Ryan Miller, dude. That's how long it's been.
Wow.
Well, Ryan Miller. I think they only made it because of Ryan Miller. He was an absolute beast.
Yeah,
Like
he is sick.
Dude,
He
he was
was-
awesome in the Olympics too.
he like carried the Canucks
Yeah,
too in like
silver
2014,
medal.
2015.
Do you remember when Lucic absolutely demolished him? Like, we just
Yeah.
ran him over for no reason.
Oh, that was his game back from injury too.
Yeah,
And then in the locker room, he's just like, what an asshole. Why would you ever do that, huh? 0 to Because ain't nobody gonna fight Lucic.
All right, on to some bigger, huge news. The bad soup virus. Sorry, the coronavirus. It's gonna lead to some empty stadiums. I think maybe already empty for media. No media allowed in the dressing rooms after the game. Honestly, I think that's good for the players. Like fuck the media. These guys always getting in their faces after the game, asking these stupid questions. But if it
Get
actually
pucks in
leads to
deep.
if it actually leads to empty stadiums, this is gonna impact the owners' profits and things like that. It's gonna make watching it on TV eerie. It's gonna be playing in those arenas with no fans. What are your guys' thoughts on that?
I mean, it's not gonna happen. I don't think. I don't see how any owner in the league would give up an opportunity to have thousands of fans come in and pay to see. But I don't know. I'm glad there isn't media in the locker room. That's nice. Don't need those interviews. But
Honestly, it surprises me that they're even allowed after the game. Like, these guys probably just want to go home.
Yeah, and
Like, we don't need you guys shoving these cameras and shit in our face.
especially after a loss too.
Yeah, exactly. And they always ask stupid questions.
Dude, they like go up like obviously I have a skewed perspective because usually the only after game media interviews I watch are the Leafs ones, but like let's say the Leafs lose and on the other team's game winning goal, Marner turned it over. They all go to Marner like, hey, what was on your mind when you turned over that puck and lost the game for your team? What's he supposed to say? Like he was like, oh, I felt really bad. I'm like gonna work a lot harder to not do that again. Like, dude, leave him alone. He probably feels like shit.
That reminds me of the Sam Reinhart one. I forgot what he said, the guy. He was like, what happened on the play there? He's like, I don't know. I just... like, what the hell you want me to say? Like, the goal went in? It's
That's
like,
why
did
you gotta
look on the
love
play? No.
gotta love Twitterella for that stuff. Yeah.
Oh my
He's
god,
just like- Just no, I'm not answering. Give me a better question.
he's like, are you kidding me? Come on, get the hell out of here. Especially when he's in Vancouver, he was ruthless.
Because he knows all the fans hate him for when he was here.
But the corona's like very serious, but I don't think the owners even will get like the choice in the matter of like whether the fans will get. I'm pretty sure the NHL can
True.
ultimately say like, hey yo, you guys are gonna play behind closed doors. I mean, it'll be really interesting. Hopefully it's not in the
Yeah.
playoffs because the playoffs.
But like the thing with the coronavirus is that I think this is just what I think. I think it's being played up a lot by the media just because they know it gets the attention. Because like the truth is that it's like so far been very easily cured in like young adults and like healthy adults. The people that it's affecting are like youth and like the elderly. So like I think the NHL will probably not resort to like empty stadiums because like that will like never be forgotten. If there's like a playoffs where all the stadiums are just empty,
yeah,
like, that's huge. I don't think they're gonna resort to that unless they're like literally like forced to by like the American government or something. Like I don't think they would want to do that.
the NBA said something similar, and LeBron came out and said like, if there ain't no fans, then I'm not showing up. So like, I wonder if any players in hockey,
Yeah, like just
It'd be
empty
so weird.
stadiums.
like there'll be like commentators that like they could be like that'd be so weird. They're just like,
Yeah,
I
there's
can't.
like no cheering when they score. It's just
Yeah,
like,
you'd hear You'd hear the players swear and stuff because nobody's
That'd be
around.
so sick, honestly. Like I
Man,
want
it'll be
to
like
mic
our,
up all
like-
the players. Get to
It'll
hear
be
what
like
they say.
our old games, like in high school.
That,
Where
that,
if anyone yells, you can hear them.
bro.
But yeah, I don't think it's. If I had to bet on it, I don't think it's gonna get to that level of seriousness where you have empty stadiums. If it does, that's really unfortunate because like that means that it's probably escalated to like the levels of being a pandemic. So hopefully it's not that, but we'll see. I guess time will tell.
All right. I want to talk about something big that happened today. The Red Wings beat the Lightning for the first time since 2016, I believe. 16 straight games the Lightning beat the Red Wings. The Red Wings are now on a 2-game win streak for the 4th time this season.
Dude,
Whoa.
Absolute accomplishment.
Whoa.
It's not like the Lightning are coming off a back-to-back or anything against the best team in the league. You know, also the Hour got advanced by 1, so these guys are like dead tired. But the Red Wings won in the shootout.
hey,
So-
the clocks went forward for the Red Wings too. Okay, they were
Okay,
also.
but they weren't playing a back-to-back. The Lightning played Boston yesterday in like one of the best games of the season so far, in my opinion. That was a pretty sick game.
Dude, that line brawl where it's just like, okay, we also gotta talk about how the referee didn't see that puck go in, bro. Everybody in the
Yeah.
arena saw it go in.
Bro, refs are actually like mad. I don't know what it is.
Dude, and then everybody just started throwing hands. I love hockey.
I actually think you lose
Yeah.
brain cells when you become a ref, because when I ref, I lose brain cells. I don't know. Like apparently my vision just gets worse. It's just automatic.
Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean?
Bro, like okay, I'll be watching like the play go on. The puck goes out, but I don't blow the whistle. Like I'm just like watching, and I'm like, oh shit! Like I was supposed to blow the whistle. I'm like,
No, I get that because it's so boring.
yeah.
I don't know. Like I just kind of like
Dude,
I'm just
that
out
used
of
to happen
it.
to me when I was an umpire for baseball. I get
Yeah, you're
so
just-
bored.
You're just out of
I used
it.
to lose count all the time, and the coaches used to yell at me, like what's the count or whatever. I was just like, I don't know, 2, 3.
Like penalties too.
Make
Like
it
I
up,
called a
like-
penalty, dude. The coach was railing, dude. I was like, oh I'm sorry, dude. He's like, what's the explanation for the call? And I was like, your player instigated the hit. He's like, are you fucking blind? I was like, dude, I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention. It's ruthless out there, dude. Like,
Yeah, good for Detroit though. Getting that 2-game win streak now at 39 points, only 9 points behind Colorado's from 3 years ago.
only 9.
Yeah,
Wow.
so they have 12 games to get 9 points. That's what? That's like they can pass Colorado if they get 5 wins in their last 12. Oh, that sounds pretty hard for them. I don't think that's gonna happen.
Yeah, but they just gotta grind those 1-point games. That's what they gotta do. They gotta park the bus. They literally gotta gotta go ham. Put Larkin, Mantha out for like the first 5 minutes of the game. Then they just gotta park the bus.
No, Yzerman had some insider trading. He knew how to win.
That Fabry trade was pretty good.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
He scored again today. This guy's a beast.
I think the Larkin Mantha, they contributed to like 12 points or something tonight.
Jeez, man.
Whoa.
They got one line. That's the thing. They got like Bertuzzi, Mantha, Larkin, Fabry.
Yeah, but they have some good prospects. Cider.
Yeah. I'm
I
sure
love
they'll be
that
good
kid.
in like 3 years, 2-3 years.
Otto will be the next dynasty.
Man,
So true.
Dude, Toronto Maple Leafs. This is their year.
They're already on the decline.
Okay. Let-
you think so? Wait.
No.
I hope so, but they aren't.
Yeah.
Dude, Toronto Maple Leafs Cup champs 2020. Watch, mark my words. We're gonna come back after the Cup winner, after someone's won the Cup. We're gonna see
You
podcast.
just got
PondCast.
swept by California teams.
Okay, you can't win all of them. You can't win all of them.
Dude, that's
You can-
No, but, like, for
apparently
real,
can
though?
lose all of them.
Dude, that was so embarrassing. How do you lose to all 3 California teams when you're fighting for the playoff spot?
Dude, like 4 years ago, that was like one of the hardest like road trips
I know,
And,
right?
yeah.
in
Holy.
hockey. Like because you'd lose all three of those games. They're all such good teams.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
and they're like really physical too. So
Yeah,
you
exactly.
get drained out.
This is the first season in a long time that all three are bad, right? Because even last season, San Jose was still a playoff team.
Yeah,
think this is the first
two seasons ago, I think they all made the playoffs.
Yeah, so it's like
Yeah.
this is the first time ever that like all three teams in California are just like not looking good right now.
I mean,
San Jose's
LA
future isn't too bright either.
Yeah, no, LA got like a good future. I guess so does the Ducks kind of.
Great future. Alex Turcotte, he might be joining their AHL team this year for the playoffs.
Didn't Alex Turcotte like Jack all in the World Juniors?
Okay, but he's doing good in the NCAA.
Bro, the
I think
NCAA
Velarde scored today, didn't he? Or yesterday?
Really?
Yeah, he had a nice wrister. He was so effortless. I think Alex Baylock was like wanted to kill himself there.
They dominate the Wild, man.
They did.
Who are
What was it?
weirdly doing
7-4.
well.
Dude,
The Wild-
there's a lot of weird things happening right now with the scores. Like a lot of teams pushing for playoff spots are just not playing well, like at all.
Yeah,
It's like
do
kind
you
of
guys
weird.
want to play in the playoffs or not? What the?
Like, I think about like you just said, Minnesota lost to LA, Toronto lost to LA.
7-3. Yeah, exactly.
Like, what's
Yeah,
going
like-
on? What?
It's just
Rangers
games
lost.
where it should
Rangers
be a
lost.
given.
To the Devils. Bro, Minnesota's literally right now tied with Anaheim. Vancouver's losing like usual. Let's go.
Are they actually? Oh,
I mean, Columbus is at least fine. He scored.
Dude, man, we can't lose this game though.
The BPS.
Nuts.
Yeah.
At least that's something. Oh.
Canucks got big extension for Markstrom coming up this offseason.
Probably, and it's gonna be way too much and too long.
I think if
Then-
Demko actually like won a lot of the games during the stretch that Markstrom was out, I think Markstrom
Thing
might
is-
not have been re-signed. But
Like
Yeah.
this
now
was
that
not
Demko hasn't really
Demko's
proved
fault, though.
himself. It's not, but like the fact that they're not winning with, I mean, Doming is in net. He's not a very good goalie, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
you're
don't
right.
know.
Demank, he's not. It's not his fault though. I don't think, especially that Columbus
But
game.
he's
when
shit.
Columbus came
Okay, like
back. Whoa,
I don't know, like Doming
dude, that
is.
season that he was the backup for Tampa, and Vasilevsky was out for like 10
Yeah,
games.
bro,
or
I
whatever
swear
it
he
was.
was sick like 2 years ago, mate.
Yeah, that season he
No,
had like a 914 save percentage.
I'm sure he can be fine as a backup, but I don't know what the Canucks do, man. They should have traded Markstrom.
Oh, that's.
But like, who would you have brought in? Because you weren't gonna start this season with Demko as the starter.
No, I think they should have traded him like a month or two ago.
Oh, like just before the deadline.
Yeah, like obviously he got hurt. I think a couple days before the deadline, but they
But,
should have
like,
they should have traded him.
I don't think
God,
they would have
think
ever done
about,
it though.
like, how bad it would look for
Yeah,
Jim
exactly.
Benning if they trade him and then they just start losing a bunch with Demko as
Yeah.
the starter. Like that would
Yeah.
look so bad.
We got to make the playoffs, bro.
Yeah, that's probably
I
why he
mean,
didn't. He was like. That's
yeah,
probably also why he
obviously
brought in
you do.
Miller.
You have to, and there's tons of pressure too. But I think if you're not being pressured by Aquilini to make the playoffs, I think you probably trade Markstrom. Personally, but obviously you have to for the fan base, I guess.
Bro, Aquilini is a good owner. He like pressures his GMs, like to make.
He
sure-
literally signed Tyler Myers himself, basically.
Oh, really? Is that the? Is he Eugene Melnick too?
Okay,
Oh,
no one is Eugene Melnick
Wait.
2.0 though.
We should close on that topic because I don't think we discussed this last week. Because
Yeah.
it hadn't happened last week. Melnick fires the what was it like the CEO of the Senators
CEO,
No,
the
which
co-
I don't
because he
even know.
swore at him.
No. There's something new that came out that his ex-wife was accusing him of abuse.
Oh,
Whoa.
Yeah, there's a new story. I know that's what it was. He came out and said that it was because of that conversation, and
Oh,
that probably
that's
had something to do with it.
that's kind of messed
But-
up.
Yeah, there's something else.
Holy
play.
crap. So this is like a lot more deep than it was originally written in the news to because I just remember
Yeah.
the day it happened. It was like Melnick fires Senator CEO 1 month after hiring him. I'm like, oh wow, Ottawa, this freaking dumpster fire with more problems. And then the CEO comes out. He's like, yeah, we were on the phone and I swore at him, and now I'm fired. Like, it just. And the funny thing is, we're in a position where you believe Melnick would do that. Like, it sounds like something he would do. We're like, yep, sounds about right. But yeah, I'm reading this
it's
now,
not-
like
yeah.
firing tied to ex-wife's allegations. Like,
I mean, if you work at like McDonald's and you swear at your manager, you probably get fired. So I wasn't like shocked, but like CEO's a big title.
He did say the best thing for this team is literally if you screwed off for 12 months.
Yeah. It's like if you just left for 12 months.
That's pretty ruthless. That takes guts.
Yeah.
Don't let it distract you, though. Eugene Melnick is a terrorist.
yep.
Ottawa fans.
All Ottawa. Terrible owner.
Yeah.
Did you hear about?
And he was hanging out with.
Do you know the Hull story though? They were like, they had a trade for CC for Hull, but Pierre Dorian needed to call Eugene Melnick first to confirm if it was all right. But Eugene Melnick was like on the plane, so he couldn't. And then whoever the GM was, what's his name, Peter Chiarelli, he was like, well, you're like taking way too long, so they just traded him to New Jersey instead.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah, that was the
No
story.
way.
It
You
was
never
definitely
heard
not
it?
1-for-1. CC
Wow.
for Hull.
Yeah, it was
I
CC
think-
for Hull, 1-for-1. It was already in place,
What?
but Dorian needed to call Eugene Melnick
Oh my
first to
gosh,
confirm.
you're right. Taylor Hall for Cody CC was almost a thing.
Actually, to be fair, if you think about it, CC
CC
was
has
probably worth
potential.
more than Larson was at the time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
at the time,
CC
he had
used to be
upside,
really
yeah,
good.
but
Yeah, no. At the time, that's not even that bad a looking trade. But man, you have to call your owner before that. I don't think that's common practice. That's
it
just
really, I mean, it should just be like, I mean, it's Taylor Hall. Like, I don't care what the owner. What's the owner gonna do? Like, call the league, be like, I didn't authorize this trade. Like, but he's the GM.
Yeah, no facts. Eugene should just point himself as the GM. And the...
Dude, he would trade
Dude,
all the
he'd be
expensive
such
players.
a bad GM.
How has he
He's
not done
so
that yet, though?
Dude, I want him to do another interview with Borowski. And be like,
Didn't he say it was Borowiecki that you're supposed to say it? Like, there's no way. There's no way.
you didn't even know
It's
his
Borowiecki.
didn't even know his own player's name. He's like, that's a top 10. That's the top 10 in the past couple of years. I thought that was hilarious.
Hey, he's not that cheap though. You know, he signed Shabbat for what, 8 mil?
Yeah.
But Shabbat's awesome, man.
He deserved
Yeah,
it, but I mean, Eric Carlson should have been a senator for
Eric
life.
Carlson sucks.
Dude, I'm looking at Senators cap friendly. They've got a lot of contracts up next year. So.
Yeah, I know, right? They're gonna be a whole nother.
Yeah. Oh wow, yeah.
Ottawa kind of plays into that thing where it's like when you're rebuilding, do you trade everybody and total rebuild, or do you keep some players around just because like you don't want to be pathetic? Ottawa clearly just decided like we don't care, we're just gonna like go full rebuild.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like the only like veteran guys they kept were the ones they couldn't trade.
Yeah, they
Bobby
didn't, that
Ryan,
wasn't by
yeah.
choice. None of that was by choice.
Yeah,
they just
they
couldn't.
had to.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
I didn't
it's-
want to give up assets to get rid of Bobby Ryan.
Yeah.
Hey, but good for him. He's off alcohol.
It's not like me when I play NHL
Yeah,
20. I find
yeah.
a way.
Always find a way. Yeah.
I would have traded Bobby Ryan, like retain half his salary, trade him for like a 7th round pick. NHL
There's
20
always a
way,
way
dude.
around it.
I always do
That's
that.
probably what Melnick goes on. He's
He's like, will this
he
trade
goes
work?
to GM. He's like, why haven't you done this yet?
He's like, look, it worked. It worked on NHL. Why can't you do it? It's like, Jesus.
Are we out of topics now that we're talking about NHL?
Yeah, I think we're
No,
done. I think the pod's run its course.
All right, well, this was
Running on
a
fumes
pretty
here.
decent second week of the podcast. If you guys did enjoy, please be sure to hit the like button. Be sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Link in the description below. Yeah, see you guys next week.
See ya.
See ya.